forget.
We are live. I mean, guys, what is a live podcast, a live stream, a live anything without technical difficulties?
Yeah, man. I mean, we're used to it on the AJ show. We have technical difficulties every time we try and start stuff. So this was just par for the course, but Alexis got to experience
I did get to experience the chaos. It was anxiety-inducing, but guys, the pick is in and it's Trevor Lawrence.
How about that? We never saw that coming. You know.
I thought the drama would be fun if it wasn't him.
Yeah.
Like, if they picked anybody else, just the absolute madness that would have ensued throughout the rest of the draft would have been insane. But they obviously picked who we all thought they were going to pick. So.
Yeah.
Pretty much, for better or for worse.
I mean, I'm a Trevor Lawrence stan. I've been talking him up all day today. I think he's great. I think he's just as talented as anyone else in this draft. I know, Jake, you like Trey Lance the most.
Yes.
But you like Trevor Lawrence a lot, right?
Well, I have 4 elite grades, and he's one of them.
Right.
You know, for quarterbacks. I mean, I think the guy that's going to go number 2 here, unless something crazy happens, Zach Wilson, I think he's also an elite talent.
Right.
I mean, you and I have been talking about this on the AJ show. Alexis, we talked about on Downtown Rams. This is one of the better quarterback draft classes, at least at the top, that we've really seen in recent memory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you basically have 5 quarterbacks that are for sure first-round locks, which isn't
Hold
something
on one
that happens all
sec.
the time.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
Sorry if it's low volume.
Yeah, so a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of talented quarterbacks, obviously. I wanted Trey Lance to fall to the Steelers back in the day before he became
Let's
like a
turn
top
up
5
your...
pick. But it's just a lot of good quarterbacks, man. I'm excited to see what the 49ers do specifically because of all the rumors around them with, like, Aaron Rodgers potentially, Mac Jones, Trey Lance could be the pick, Justin Fields. So I'm excited to see the 3rd pick because we know basically what's going to happen with the 2nd pick. But
Well, what's interesting is the 49ers are up in 2 picks. And we basically know who the Jets are going to pick.
right, Zach
But
Wilson.
the 49ers, I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is going to get traded, I think it's going to have to be tonight because they're going to want that first-round pick for him.
Right.
So there could be a little bit of a delay. There could be some time. Who knows? I don't think anyone can hear anything I'm saying.
They say that you're whispering, but, like, we have you turned up. What's going on here? We got mixer.
This is not my ASMR video that I'm doing later this weekend. And I will be whispering for that.
All right, that's all the way there.
Please bear with us while we fix the audio.
You guys got to be our sound check.
Yeah.
You guys keep talking. We'll figure this out as it goes.
Anyways, and you guys can drop this in the chat, but I don't think there's anyone who really thinks the Jets are going to take anyone other than Zach Wilson. Although I was on a podcast with someone over the weekend who said he still thinks it's Justin Fields.
At 2?
2 is pretty much a done deal at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Zach Wilson. I mean, and also, someone said you're good. Oh. Yeah, we don't know what's going on with the microphones.
Keep talking so we can get...
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Anyways, I don't know if you guys can hear me. It might sound like we're whispering because maybe our audio is just coming from Jake's mic. So see, that sounds loud to us. Keep dropping in the chat how our audio sounds.
How does Adam sound?
They keep saying they can hear me, but I'm not even talking.
What about me? Can you hear me? Because, like, I'm the star of this show. So that's
Alexis, grab Jake's mic.
I mean, all right. So let's see here. We got the audio box hooked up.
When we're hearing it, I sound great.
I think it sounds good. I mean,
I wonder why it's going like that. But I'm just going to keep talking about football until, well, the people who actually know how to work this figure it out. But Zach Wilson is going to the Jets. His pick isn't even in, but I know that he's going to the Jets. And it just sounds like my mic is low.
all right. plug that into your computer and we'll monitor it, how it sounds through the video. Now, if you I can.
I don't know how to do anything technical ever at all.
Okay, so it sounds like mine is pretty loud, so I'm gonna turn mine down.
How does mine sound? Are you listening to me right now?
Okay.
They say that
They can hear mine. They can't hear yours. And
they can't hear either of us.
Okay, so I'm going to lean towards Jake's mic and just announce that the Jets pick is in.
It literally says your mic is clipping.
Mine?
Yeah, so it means like it's like full volume. Try talking in yours.
What's weird is when you were listening on your phone, you could hear us great.
Yeah.
So I wonder why everyone else can't. I'm not sure. My mom is texting me.
Let's see.
Yeah, Jake's audio is the only one.
Yeah, mine's the only one that's coming through. What is going on? It says yours is in here, so I'm not really sure what we're doing with the...
Maybe we'll just have to move your mic.
Let's...
Yeah, yours is the only one coming through. I just listened to it.
It's pretty loud, too. We could use it as a shotgun, if you want to do that. Shotgun mic.
Okay, now everyone can hear...
This thing freaking extends.
This is so ridiculous. For now, we should still keep trying to work on it, but anyways.
Yeah, keep talking.
I'm just going to keep talking. They're going to figure it out. Both of them know how to do this more than I do. I don't know how anything works at all. But now we at least have a mic. This is the mic now in the middle, the one that everyone was hearing Jake from. So everyone should hear me fine now that it's coming from this mic. And as Jason says, where there's a will, there's a way. Thank you for that, Jason. You're right.
All right, guys. Well.
Oh, Zach Wilson was just picked by
Zach Wilson was picked.
the New York Jets.
We are having a grand old time here with all the technical difficulties.
We are. And there's really not even much to comment about this. I think we all knew it was coming, and everyone knows that I'm a huge Zach Wilson stan. But does anyone else have anything to say?
I love Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is my second favorite quarterback in this draft. He does kind of look like, he's going to prom, or he's like he's 16 years old, but don't let that fool you. He's a talented guy. If the Steelers were at pick 2, I'd be ecstatic right now. I think the Jets just got a great quarterback, and I think he's going to be great. I like his mobility. I like his arm strength. I like the way he led that BYU team. I think he showed a lot of grit. I think he's going to be a great quarterback, man. I really like him. What about you, man?
Yeah, so, Zach Wilson, he's QB4 for me. I think he's a very talented quarterback out of BYU. Some people do wonder if he's kind of a one-year wonder with BYU. You look at the previous years, he did, struggle in college. He got a lot better this year, was phenomenal this year. Again, biggest concern, big games, kind of similar to Josh Allen in a sense. Came in around 6'2", around 210. I think he's going to be a good quarterback for the Jets. I mean, I would like to see them stick with Sam Darnold here and not trade him away, go out, maybe get a receiver or go out and get Penny Sewell, who's number 1 on my board. But, when you already made the decision, you have to go out and get your quarterback. I think it's a good move. Like I said, I've had Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence higher than him. Lawrence is off the board here, so I would have gone, I would have gone Trey Lance or Justin Fields, but this is a guy that, we've been hearing for a while. They're like married to. So, now they're officially married, but we've been hearing about it, and, here it is.
Someone said in the chat that he looks like a Disney Channel character, which is accurate because I was telling Adam earlier he looks like a Disney prince. I mean, he just looks so young. Like, it's scary that Zach Wilson looks years younger than me.
Why are we comparing him to Joe Burrow and Russell Wilson?
Well, I don't know. His comparison to me, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Really?
Yeah. Obviously, like, way riskier and, like, not as high of a ceiling.
I mean, I think he plays... I'll say this. If Johnny Manziel was the prospect everybody thought he was going to be, that's kind of where I see him. Like, what people thought Johnny Manziel could be, his ability to work off script, his arm strength, his mobility, that's kind of where I see Zach Wilson. And I still have an elite grade on him. He just falls a little bit below some of the other guys that I have, but... the Jets, he's got to be ready because the playing in a New York market is not the easiest things, as we saw with Sam Darnold. So, we'll see.
All right, so let's aim the mic in the center and let's turn up the gain on this mic.
Yeah.
And we'll
that's what I was thinking. We're going to use it as a shotgun mic. It's the only way at this point.
Utilize this one.
So, yeah.
Someone said check to see if Alexis and Adam's mics are plugged in. Or if we have a compressor.
Everything's plugged in. There's no compressor on.
I kind of feel like the issue isn't with the mics, it's with the...
There's a lot of stuff plugged into the system, so...
Hopefully we all sound fine now.
You sound good right now, Alexis. You sound good. And now I'm talking, so we'll see how I sound.
Someone said very marketable face about Zach Wilson. Yes, but for football?
I think we're good, man. I think it's fine. It's as good as it's gonna get.
All right, let's...
So San Francisco's on the clock, guys.
I think this is going to be Trey Lance here. He's my number one prospect, so it'll probably be Trey Lance. But no, like football-wise, it makes a lot of sense. He fits Kyle Shanahan's scheme. I think a lot of quarterbacks do. You look at the mobility, this is the best quarterback I've scouted personally since Andrew Luck. So, I look at him and I think he fits the bill of today's NFL standards.
Yeah.
But also just the deep ball ability. You saw him at his second pro day through 65, 70-yarder on the run across his body. This is just one of the better, quarterbacks that I've seen come out. And, to be honest with you, I think he would have had a chance to go number one if he was able to play a full game. Yeah. A lot of people forget he missed all of this season. He played a showcase game. It's the only interception he threw in college. I just think he's been outstanding. And, everything like from what I've been, reading on him and seeing is that he called his own plays, called his own protections.
Really? I didn't know that.
Under center, very smart. Kyle Shanahan got a lot of credit for having one season in which he went to the playoffs because he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's got to hit this home. And, if this is Mac Jones, we said it on the AJ show. If it's Mac Jones, I think he wins Rookie of the Year in his offense.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be Lance.
But here's something, and someone just asked us in the chat, do you guys think Aaron Rodgers will be traded? If he's going to San Francisco, I think it has to be this pick. Because if I'm San Francisco and I have the opportunity to now take like a Justin Fields or Mac Jones or whatever, or get Aaron Rodgers,
right?
If I'm Green Bay, I'm like, I want that pick. Although I think Green Bay, if they get this pick, they're going to take Kyle Pitts though, which would infuriate me as a Rodgers fan.
That would be ridiculous.
Well, if Green Bay got the pick, I think that they would move. They would move Love, and I think that they would pick Lance or Fields. I think he fits. When you look at what LaFleur wants, that's the type of guy he would want. I don't think Jordan Love was a guy that they told him.
Picks in, though.
Pick is in, so they picked. Oh my God, I hope it's Mac Jones.
I hope it's Trey Lance.
I hope it's Mac Jones.
Jake and I hope it's Mac Jones because we're Rams fans and we want Mac Jones in our division.
I like Alabama, and I watched Mac Jones, but I'll tell you right now, Trey Lance has an astronomical ceiling in this draft.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And I think he would be the best with San Francisco. They would do really cool things.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Which is why I
no doubt about it.
I have no skin in the game.
For whatever reason, the Falcons aren't going to pick a quarterback. It sounds like they're going to pick Pitts. So
he's great.
Well,
no, I know, but I'm not saying that it's the wrong reason. I'm just saying I'm not. I've already sold myself on the fact it's Lance.
Okay,
What if
but,
it's
but
none
you
of
won't
them?
you be devastated if it's Lance because you love him?
I will, but
Yeah.
I prepared myself for this moment.
Right, you
know
gotta
what I
be
mean?
ready.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
I gotta let him go. You know, it's funny because everybody knows how I feel on my channel and on DTR and on Twitter about how I feel about Lance. I'm probably the highest on Lance.
You are, yeah.
I mean, I don't think many people have him as QB1.
Could we ever be so? I just got the notification of who it was.
You sound happy.
What? I'm not gonna say. I literally just got an ESPN notification of who it was. Don't look at the chats.
I don't know why. I don't.
How did they notify?
You seem happy. So it's not true.
I am
It's
a
Mac
good
Jones.
actor.
It's Mac Jones.
Well-
I know it. Yeah. All right.
It's gotta be Mac Jones.
You looked at the chat.
Because the chat's right there.
Oh, who is it?
Because
Trey
is
Lance.
Why would you not
Let's
pick Trey
go.
Lance? Why would you pick Mac Jones? Mac Jones is a second round talent. He has a lot of production. I don't know why I'm starting to sound like Mel Kiper, but he's got a lot of production
him, man.
in college. But also,
Is
he was
he
throwing to Jerry
emotional?
Jeudy. He was throwing to Henry Ruggs. He was throwing to what's his face? Jalen Waddle, my number one wide receiver. He's throwing to Mechie. You know, like
I'm happy
Mac
for
Jones
him.
had a lot of
I'm
talent
happy
around
for
him.
him.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback, but Trey Lance to me, with not a lot around him, he had Dylan Ray Dunes.
It's
But-
just it's unfortunate because it's like
Well, he's gonna.
I'm so happy for him, but like I don't want him to succeed.
Right.
I
Yeah.
do.
Be-
I can't root against these guys. I
mean,
just can't.
I hope he has like personal success,
Yeah,
but I
against
hope
the
that it
Rams.
doesn't.
I don't want him to beat the Rams, but I definitely hope he
Oh,
succeeds.
he's emotional. I love it when they're emotional.
great
But it
guy.
makes me want to cry.
Look at him, just so happy.
He's so happy.
Oh, man. That's a good
Okay,
pick.
we'll see. But now that's interesting now because Trey Lance is off the board. We have Justin Fields and Mac Jones. I've always said to me, like, I think is a late first, early second. So you got Justin Fields. So it's like, who takes him now?
Right. Well, out of all the quarterbacks, like Mac Jones falling makes the most sense, which is funny because like in the media leading up this whole week, people are like Justin Fields, he could fall. I don't see that happening. I think he should be the next quarterback picked. If anything, it's going to be like Mac Jones falling compared to where people have been
Mac
putting him.
Jones, like I said, is a second round talent.
I
Right.
think the
So, I
Falcons.
mean-
I'm calling it now. I think the Falcons
Mac?
will trade back up into the first for Mac.
Really?
Really?
I think they'll take Kyle Pitts, and I think that
I
they're
think the
gonna.
Bears
Far, though.
take him at 20.
Like how far would he fall before they did that?
I had the Bears in my last mock draft that I posted on Twitter. I had the Bears taking Mac at 20. But I feel like if you look at Mac Jones to me seems like the perfect successor for Matt Ryan.
I
Is
get
that just me? Like it
No,
just
I get it. It's just not exciting.
By the way,
it's not
the
exciting.
comparison here, we're watching on NFL Network, of course. The comparison here is Steve McNair, and I think it's spot on. McNair, mobile quarterback, big arm, comes from an FCS program, Alcorn State.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I thought when the Rams had an opportunity to take Carson Wentz, but I feel like he's going to be even better than Carson Wentz. So,
Trey Lance?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he
Well, I
will
mean,
be.
Wentz at one, like I'm talking Wentz in his prime, like before the injuries, he
Well,
was
the
looking at
almost
MVP
MVP,
season.
yeah.
So,
I'm looking at the comments and they're like, AD is gonna feast on that boy. Yeah, he is. I mean, Aaron Donald's gonna sack him a lot.
Yeah, he's gonna make it tough for him in his rookie year.
Right. I mean, he's not going into an easy division, but
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
Good for him. He's so happy. Oh, I love to see it. You love
I
to
know.
see it.
that just must be such an amazing feeling to like everything you've worked for,
Yeah.
especially to go that early.
I blame
I
you,
know.
Jake. You hyped him up too much. Of course you do, Chantry. You blame me for everything. Mac Jones is going to slide, Renee. I definitely feel that way.
As he should. Chris Sims saying he was going here at 3 was just ridiculous, bro. Like, I never saw that for a second.
They didn't trade up for Mac Jones. They
Right.
traded up for Trey Lance or Justin Fields.
Right,
And I
you
think
don't-
they decided on Trey Lance over Justin Fields, and then Mac Jones was just a smokescreen.
I think that Bill Belichick has been throwing a conspiracy around that Justin Fields should fall so he can take him. Because if you've
I'm here
noticed,
for it.
if
I'd
you've,
like to see him in New England.
I just feel like, yeah, maybe.
I think
don't
he's
know.
the second best quarterback in the draft. I think Justin Fields has a lot of things you look for. And, the funny thing is there's a video of him as a high schooler with Cam Newton giving him just this raving, approval, right? And it's just funny because I feel like they're going to end up together in New England. I think they're going to trade up, and I think they're going to get Justin Fields. I mean, we'll see, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots trade up and get Justin Fields.
The prediction for Henry in the comments of what Atlanta is going to do, I think I've been saying that they're going to take Kyle Pitts, but now that Justin Fields is there, I still think they'll take Kyle Pitts, but I wouldn't be shocked if Atlanta now is like, because Justin Fields is like just sitting there.
Yeah. So far, I have the first three right, but that was easy. I think Pitts goes here.
I guess.
I think
It
If
just
I was
seems
the-
like that's where they're going.
But if I was the Falcons, I would want a quarterback, and I've been saying that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with the Falcons, they kind of sealed their fate when they decided to restructure.
Yeah.
You know, when they restructured Matt Ryan's deal, they made it impossible to trade him. It was already really tough. They made it impossible. And it's hard to trade him next year. So, you know, when you look at that, that means Justin Fields would have to be either, you know, a 1 year or 2 year guy that has to sit. I don't see that happening. And so I think somebody like Arthur Smith is looking at Matt Ryan as kind of a reclamation project. He struggled the last few years. You know, go out and get, you know, maybe a Penei Sewell, maybe a Pitts here and fix that, you know, offense and help kind of do like what you did with Tannehill, you know, and I think that's kind of where Arthur Jones, like I don't think, Arthur Smith, not Arthur Jones. Arthur Smith, I feel like, is kind of looking at it in terms of he doesn't want to tank or anything like that. He wants to go and win now. And when you have Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, really good offensive line, it's hard to, you know, disagree with it. So we'll see. But it's kind of where that's where I'm leaning.
I would want quarterback. I'd be pissed if it wasn't. If I was a Falcons fan. Moment of truth, man.
Right now, people are plugging in. We have 82 people live. And this is very unofficial, so there could be a lot more than that, but that's pretty cool.
Pick 4 is in. I don't know why I'll be bummed if it's Pitts.
You will?
Well, I don't know. I like him, and I'm just not like a huge Falcons fan. All right. Pick is in. Oh, everyone in the comments knows before we do. It's Pitts.
Dang it, dude. I'm kind of sad about that.
I think I'm just sad because it's like the Falcons are just a team that I don't care about or will ever really watch. So it's like, and Kyle Pitts I'd like to watch.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, here's the thing. Kyle Pitts, if this is indeed the pick, which it seems like it is, he's going to be playing, you know, across from Hayden Hurst. That's a really good duo there. Then you have Calvin Ridley and you have Julio Jones and Russell Gage. Go out and get a running back, and Matt Ryan has weapons. I think that's what they were envisioning here. But keep this in mind. There are scouts that think Kyle Pitts is one of the best, if not the best player in the draft. So while we're looking at, like, how do you not pick a quarterback here, they're looking at it like Kyle Pitts is that good where I'd just rather get, you know, the top guy on my board than go after a quarterback. So
I guess, man.
I don't necessarily hate it.
I mean, he's going to dominate. He's going to be immediately up there with the best tight ends.
Well, you saw the 800,000 FPS video that I...
Yes, yeah.
The highlight video on YouTube. You're like, dude, that's like literally 1,000 frames per second.
I've never seen video so smooth.
It was insane.
And he was just dominating dudes.
And he just,
I mean, it's a good pick. I mean, Atlanta just got, like without question, he's the most talented non-quarterback in the draft. If not the most talented player in the draft, like you said. So it's a good pick. I get it.
I have a higher grade on Sewell, but I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's true.
Is he going to play wide receiver or is he going to play tight end? I play him at tight end, but everyone, like, not everyone, but people have brought up, like, oh, I have him as my number 1 wide receiver in the draft. I'm like,
our feed is delayed, yes, for everyone in the comments wondering why we're like 5 minutes late.
Yeah, our NFL, we're streaming it because we don't have like cable here.
Yeah,
so
we're streaming. So we are seeing it late.
Yeah.
Apologies. You guys literally are breaking breaking the picks to us.
Well, what's good about that is, you get to see it and then we give our reaction. So you already know how you feel and then you see how we feel and,
What a stud, though. God, he's great.
He's so good.
He's really good.
Before we go into it, multiple things. Guys, you can head over to manscaped.com. You can type in JKB or DTR. You get 20% off and free shipping off your manscaped.com order. Also, no. Also,
There was
Be
an
sure-
ad read that
be sure to hit the thumbs up button on all of everything. Like we have the DTR, the Downtown Rams YouTube. We have Jake Ellenbogen, which is me. We have Alexis Kraft. We have Adam Steele, which is Adam Grego over there. We're on Facebook. We're not on Instagram. We're on.
Had to compromise.
Well, yeah, we had to compromise there. So Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. And that's
yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
That's a lot.
stuff. Cool. Shout out Manscaped.
shout out
Thank you.
Manscaped.
So, all right. So next is Cincy.
But let's talk about Kyle Pitts a little bit because the Falcons were 4-12. I don't care how good your tight end is. Are you really gonna now win 8 more games because
Yes,
you drafted
absolutely.
Kyle Pitts? Right?
100%.
Right though? Is that a valid question or not?
No, I absolutely agree with you. But I also you have to take into consideration there's 2 offensive linemen they drafted, Hennessy, and they drafted Lindstrom.
Right.
And they're younger. So
Yeah.
each year these offensive linemen you'd hope would develop. They put it up now. They got Mike Davis. I totally forgot about that. They could get another big back, maybe a guy like Trey Sermon. They're looking pretty good in that backfield. Maybe you sign Adrian Peterson, just solidify everything.
Hey, I like him still, man. I would take him.
You know I do.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting about this, they just showed what the Falcons' offense is going to look like. Is Todd Gurley still a free agent?
Todd Gurley's still a free agent.
'Cause
I
what if-
don't think they want to bring him back.
Well, it would just be interesting because if they don't trade Julio Jones, they've got Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, Hayden Hurst, Todd Gurley. I mean, that's not bad. That's pretty.
I think that they would go more. Todd Gurley's gonna have a hard time
I
getting.
mean, they have
a
Mike Davis.
deal.
Yeah.
The problem is, I think remember Gurley was 3rd in rushing, and then they stopped playing him. So I don't know. It's a new regime. I think you're more likely to see an Adrian Peterson, but on top of that, I think you're likely to see in a good running back class. You can go out and get a guy. You can get Jamar
Right.
Jefferson,
Yep.
5'9", 220-pound running back out of Oregon State. A guy has, I think, I always say this, he has the best vision in the entire draft. He hits a hole, he sees it, he's gone. Was really good at Oregon State. You have, again, Trey Sermon, like I mentioned, from Oklahoma, transferred to Ohio State. They would have been nowhere at the end of the year without him. And then you look and you have guys like Khalil Herbert from Kansas, transfers to Virginia Tech, had a really nice season, very smooth runner. Chris Evans from Michigan,